Imagine you are the founder of a startup company facing bankruptcy. You fly to Dallas to make a takeover request to a major industry player, hoping to sell the company with for 50, $50 million. However, when the CEO of the other party heard the proposal, he almost burst out laughing on the spot. This is not a dramatic plot, but it was a real scenario that occurred in 2000. Hastings and his partners made a decision that since they didn't want us, then we could only defend them ourselves. 10 years later, Blockbuster went bankrupt, while Netflix not only survived but also completely changed the global entertainment industry landscape. By 2025, Netflix market value has reached $278 billion. In 1997, Hastings was fined $40 by Blockbuster for failing to return a VHS tape of Apollo 13 on time. He was extremely frustrated about this. He wondered what will have happened if there had been no late fee. This idea inspired him to establish an online rental company that offered monthly subscription and mailed DVDs to customers. In 1997, Netflix was officially founded. It challenged the prevailing videotape rental model by mailing DVDs in red envelopes to customers. In 1999, Netflix introduced a monthly subscription system, allowing customers to rent multiple DVDs at once without worrying about specific return dates or late fees. Today, Netflix has over 260 million subscribers worldwide, and watching Netflix has become a habit for some people. The underlying concept behind the Keeper test originated from a crisis that Netflix experienced in its early days in 2001. The dot-com bubble burst, and the newly established Netflix ran out of funds and had to lay off one-third of its employees. Hastings selected the most outstanding group of employees in advance and kept them, while those with relatively average abilities left. Netflix aims to be a professional sport team, not a wrong family. In a family, members are accepted unconditionally, but in a professional team, to upgrade and win championships, if a teammate holds them back, the coach will not hesitate to praise him, and the teammates understand that this is for the overall victory and will not feel sad for it.
But talent density matters so much. So then we figured, no, let's not do a layoff every year like that. Let's just do continued focus. And the big evolution we came to is for managers, they have to each year testify for each of their people that if that person were trying to quit, they would try to change their mind. And so it's up to the manager to decide, yes, I would want to change their mind. But sometimes you find that you have people working for you, and if they quit, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty good. And that's the case we wanted to proactively, not wait for them to quit.
Netflix Keeper test has significantly enhanced the team's combat effectiveness. The company follows a top-player standard in its recruitment process and promises to offer each employee the top industry salary. Thanks to such a culture, Netflix has defeated one industry leader after another. However, some insiders believe that Netflix's high-pressure culture brings a subtle sense of fear and stress. Netflix has a well-known 360-degree feedback tradition. Everyone will give feedback on someone in front of everyone else in real time. One round can last for several hours. Some people will criticize on the spot to the point of crying, and then they had to force themselves to remain calm and say, "Thank you for your opinion. This has made me better." Although most Netflix employees can adapt to this culture, we cannot deny that it may cause some people to choose to leave due to fear of pressure. The huge success of Netflix is a tribute to the Clipper test. However, in order to make this system more fair and human, I have to forward the following suggestions to the CEO and the board of directors. First, we can establish a regular Clipper test communication process. For instance, every quarter, managers can arrange one-on-one meetings with employees to directly provide feedback on whether the employee is worth returning and the areas that need improvement. If someone fails the TIFA test, they will have already been given the opportunity to improve before being asked to leave, and they will not be eliminated without any warning. Secondly, Netflix can also provide training for all managers on the importance of open communication. At the team level, we should create an atmosphere where employees are encouraged to express different opinions without fear of being labeled as disloyal for raising questions. At the same time, we should continue to offer generous compensation and respect to departing employees to demonstrate that while Netflix emphasizes high performance, it is not ruthless or heartless. At the end of the speech, I would like to pose a question to all the managers. If tomorrow all your team members were to resign, how many of them will you be willing to do anything possible to return? This answer might determine the future of Netflix.